प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। आग्रहात् ब्रह्म विद्वेषात् अपि पक्षममुञ्चतः वादिनो नरकः प्रोक्तः दोषश्च बहुयोनिषु ब्रह्मविद् ब्रह्मरूपत्वात् ईश्वरस्तेन वर्णितम् यद्यत्तत्तथैव स्यात् प्रतिवादिनोः। Number 59 आग्रहात् ब्रह्म विद्वेषादति। ब्रह्म विद्वेषात्, ब्रह्मविद, not brahmavidaha vidveshat, because double the is not there. Therefore we have to take brahma vidveshat. Brahma, you can take it brahmavid. Brahmaveda brahmaiva bhavati. But better than we can take brahma as veda. Vidvesha, vidvesha, ghrina, tiraskara. Ghrina, tiraskara. That revulsion towards the Vedas. Revulsion towards the Vedas. So that means that repulsion that he has got towards the Vedas, that can be taken because of that. Or Brahma as Brahmavid, then Vidvesha. Because of Ghrina, Tiraskara, revulsion towards the Brahmavid, because of which he may not accept what he has said. Otherwise, it can be taken. It cannot be Brahmavidaha, Vidvesha is not possible because double the is not there. So having shown the lot of the person who is not ready to accept that Atma is Priyatama and the love is for anything other than Atma. So depending on what type of the person is, what is the result. So now Anvaya Mukhena, one who knows that Atma is Priyatama, thereby who has discovered one Swarupa as that Priyatama and also the nature of oneself, Paramananda Swarupa. In his case, whatever that is dear to him doesn't get destroyed. And what is dear to him? Certainly to such a person who knows Atma is Priyatama, none of the Vishayas can be Priya. Therefore, what is Priya to him is only Atma, means Atma Sukha, Atma Ananda, Atma Ananda. So therefore, that can never wane away in the case of this person who doesn't lose sight of the ananda that is one's own real nature, Atma Swarupa, Atma Sukha. Sangha. Yastu sakshinamaatmanam sevate priyamuttamam tasya priyana savatma nanashyati kadachana. Tu yaha साक्षिणम आत्मानम एड एव उत्तमं प्रियं सेवते. साक्षिणम आत्मानम एव उत्तमं प्रियं सेवते. तस्य असौ आत्मा असावात्मा. तस्य असौ आत्मा प्रेयान्. तस्य असौ आत्मा प्रेयान् कदाचन न नश्यति. कदाचन न नश्यति और न कदाचन नश्यति. न कदाचन नश्यति. Who is now in contrast to the earlier variety. Who शब्दः उक्त वैलक्षण्य द्योतनार्थः. This is the contrast with the earlier type of person who whereas yaha the one sakshinam atmanam eva uttamam priyam sevate. One sevate sada smarati, always appreciate whom? Atmanam eva, pratyagatmanam eva. What type of pratyagatma it is? Uttamam priyam. Uttamam priyam is niratishayam prema gocharam. Atma who is the locus of limitless love. So one who is priyatama. So that Atma. So yaha and who is sakshi. Sakshinam Atma. The pratyagatma who is sakshi, nitya chaitanya swarupa. So itself is uttamam priyam means niratishaya prema gocharam. The locus of the limitless love. So the one who sevate sada atmanam smarati. Always remembers in the sense, appreciate the Atma. Tasya, in his case, for him, tasya shishyadehi. Where maybe when you appreciate Atma like this, having discovered actual nature, tasya shishyadehi, preyan. So whatever that is considered as dearest. And what is considered is dearest by him? Atma itself, oneself only, one Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Atma Sukha Swarupa. Satya Priyan, that is Priyatamatvena Abhimataha Asau Atma. This Atma, for him, this Atma is the dearest. That Atma who is considered as the most dear, Priyatamatvena Abhimataha, the one who is accepted as, accepted here is accepted as the most dear, Asau Atma. So, asau atma, satya asau atma, na kadachana nashyati, never gets destroyed. Like those things which were considered as priya by the Vadi. In the case of Vadi, what was considered as priya? Putra, vitta, etc. So those are bound to get destroyed. Priyam rochati. Like that, his priya atma swarupa can never get destroyed. Therefore, asau atma prativadhyabhimatam priyamiva. Like the priya which was taken to be so by the prativadi, like that, na kadachit vinashyati, never gets destroyed. Kintu sadananda rupaha san avabhasate ityartha. Always shines as sadananda rupaha. Always shines as Sadananda Rupa doesn't mean that in other case it doesn't shine as Sadananda Rupa. In Ajna case also it is Sadananda Rupa, but he is not able to appreciate. This person is able to appreciate the Sadananda Rupa of oneself all the time. That way it doesn't get destroyed. He never loses sight of his Swarupa, which is limitless Ananda Swarupa, limitless Swarupa of love, Niratisha Prema. Now, he concludes the purpose for which all this analysis was conducted. Mahat Tatparyam. So what was the scheme? To show that Atma is Paramananda Swarupa. The Parama Premaspadatva of Atma was to be pointed out. Atma is the locus of limitless love was to be pointed out to show that because it is the locus of limitless love, it is nothing, it is limitless Ananda Swarupa. So now with this analysis, is concluding because of these things which we have already seen now, Atma is the seat of limitless love and therefore Parama Premaspadatvat Paramananda. So that is concluding. So where do we start this actually? From the 4 or 5. From 6 onwards. So first, the precedent was given in the Skanda 5. Yajnavalkya Maitreyi Samvada that was cited, and thereafter this analysis was being carried out. That is from 6 onwards up to 71. Tika also had seen Parama Premaspadattvena Hetuna Atmanaha Paramananda Rupatam Sisadhaishu. The Hetu. Atma is Parama Premaspada. With that Hetu, what was to be established? That Atma is Paramananda Swarupa. The Hetu has been established so far now. Now, concluding, he is now pointing out Atma is Paramananda Rupa. Tika. Itham Atmanaha Parapremaspada Hetu, Parapremaspadatva Hetu, Prasadhya Idanim Salitam Aha. Prasadhya. Having established what? The Hetu. The reason why, the cause why Atma is Paramanda Rupa, that is Atmanaha Parama Premaspadatva Hetu. That is the status of Atma being the locus of limitless love. Prasadhya, having established Idanim now, Palitam Aha, the result of pointing out that Atma is the locus of limitless love is being shown. Stanza 72 to 77. Atmanaha Paramananda Rupatva Kathanam. What is said is Atma is Paramananda Rupa. The nature of Atma is limitless Ananda. That is being shown. 72 to 77. Stanza. Parapremaspadattvena Paramananda Rupata Sukhavruddhi Priti Vruddhau Sarvabhaumadishu Shruta Parapremaspadattvena Paramananda Rupata Sarvabhaumadishu Priti Vruddhau Sukhavruddhi Shruta Sarvabhaumadishu Priti Vruddhau Sukhavruddhi Shruta Parapremaspadattvena Paramananda Rupata Atmanaha Parapremaspadattvena Paramananda Rupata. Because of the reason that Atma is Paramapremaspadaha. Atma is the seed, the locus of limitless love as established so far. Because of that reason, Paramananda Rupata, Atma has got the status of being Paramananda Swarupa, means the Swarupa, the real nature of Atma is limitless Ananda, Satyam Anantam. So that is limitless Ananda Swarupa. So not the Ananda that is gained on account of objects where triputes are there. Limitless Ananda, Paramananda Rupata. Same thing, how is it so? Means with the increase of Priti, how Ananda also increases. That is true with the help of Saipuriya and Brihadaranya Kashruti, wherein Ananda Mimamsa is given. The statistics of Ananda Swarupa. Thus, having given the 1 unit of Manusha Ananda up to Hiranyagarbha's Ananda, how hundredfold they are there. By pointing out that, more the Priti, more the Ananda, that is not so. Sarvabhaumadishu Priti Vruddhau Sukha Vruddhihi Sukha. Sarvabhaumadishu, Sarvabhauma refers to the Manusha Ananda, the 1 unit of the maximum Ananda that a human being can have. So, Adishu means up to Hiranyagarbha's Ananda, Indra's, Prajapatis, all these Brihaspati's Ananda, etc. were given, finally up to Hiranyagarbha's Ananda. And all this put together is infinitesimal fraction of what Brahmananda is. So that was shown in the Ananda Mimasa, both Taittiriya and Brihadaranyaka. That is now shown. Sarvabhaumadishu Priti Vruddhau. To the extent the Priti increases, it increases more and more Priti. The Sukha Vruddhi Shuta. What is seen in the Shruti is Sukha Vruddhi, the increase in the Ananda. How it may sound. After all, what is told there is with respect to different posts, different upadhis. So from Manushananda, then the Karma the Gandharvananda, Manusha Gandharvananda, Gandharvananda, Karma Devananda, Devanda, Indraanda, etc. that are told there. After all, those people were aspiring for that particular post and they got the more and more quantum of happiness depending on the upadhis that they were wielding. So how are you going to connect this? That with here, that with increase of Priti means increase of Ananda. How are you going to say so? For that you have to say, at every stage, Akamahataha was there. What is that Akamahatatva there? The person not having the desire for anything less than particular post. If the one who is aspiring for Indra's post has got perfect vairagya for anything less than Indra's post. One who is aspiring for Brihaspati's post has got the vairagya for anything less than Brihaspati's post. That was pointed out by Akamahatatva. The one who has got vairagya for even the Hiranyagarbha's post means to that extent he has totally withdrawn himself from the Priya which is Anatma. Earlier the Prema was where, Priti was where? In the Anatma. So, to the extent one withdraws one's Priti from the Anatma and directs for higher and higher, because to be eligible for the higher and higher Upadhi post, to that extent Vairagya must be there, Upasana, etc. must be there. Means to that extent what happens, Antakarna is purer and purer. So one who has got Vairagya for even the Hiranyagarbha's post, means what is that? He has discovered the Priyatamatva of whom? Atma. He gets the Brahmananda. So means more and more, that means more and more withdrawal from the sense object and the lower types of Ananda, that is withdrawal from the Anatma and taking to the highest one, that means that is Parama Prema Sadatva, that is the Paramananda. So that way he has taken Sarvabhaumadishu Priti Vruddhau, Sukha Vruddhi Sukha, that is the increase in the Sukha, that means increase in the Ananda is told in the Taittiriya and Brihadaranyaka. That shows that is more, that is that which is the seat of Parama Prema should necessarily be Paramananda. So the reasoning has been given. Otherwise, why the Atma or Brahma is Paramananda Sarupa, Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam, Suti. But to understand that, this reasoning has been taken into account. So therefore, because Atma is Parama Prema Spadaha, therefore he is Paramananda. That being the case, it is not advisable to run after this and that in the Vishaya world, or to have the Priti. Direct your Priti towards the Atma and discover it to be the seat of limitless love, and thereby that is nothing but Sarupa is limitless Ananda. Better put forth effort to gain the knowledge of oneself without getting entangled in the Putra Vitta, etc., which are considered as the sources of joy in the state of Putra. Okay. That means Atma is Paramananda Swarupa. And who is this Atma? मुख्य आत्मा इज साक्षी, साक्षी नित्य चैतन्य स्वरूप. Means Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa at the same time Ananda Swarupa. Is it not? If that is the case, we find that in each and every vritti, antakarana vritti of ours, Chaitanya is manifest. Is yes or no? We do appreciate Chaitanya in our all antakarana vrittis. And if you say and that Sakshi Chaitanya is Atma, if that Sakshi Chaitanya is Atma, why is it that in and through each and every antakarana vritti, Ananda is not manifest? Because Chaitanya manifest means Atma is manifest. Atma is manifest means that Chaitanya itself is Ananda, not that Chaitanya is one thing and Atma is another thing, one and the same thing. If Chaitanya is manifest, Atma should equally be manifest in each and every antakarana vritti. Is it so? No. Therefore, what you say is wrong. What is wrong? Atma is Paramananda Swarupa is wrong. Otherwise, what should happen? In each and every antakarana vritti, Ananda should get manifest. No botheration of studying Vedanta at all. We have got enough antakarana vritti. Is it not? Any dearth of antakarana vritti? No. If you go to sleep, no problem at all. So therefore what? All the time Atma should get manifest. Why bother about Vedanta? Therefore, your statement is wrong. What is wrong? Atma is Paramananda Swarupa. Somewhere some whatever mistake. You have hoodwinked us. With your intelligence, with cleverness, you have somehow manipulated and shown us, no, this is against the Anubhava. So if Atma is Paramananda, in each and every antakarana vritti, that Ananda should be appreciated, which is against universal experience. So this is the doubt which is now being attacked. Why it is not so? Though Atma is at the same time Chit Swarupaha, Ananda Swarupaha, why in antakarana, that means why that Ananda Rupa is not recognized? Why we have to undergo all these problems of studying Vedanta, etc., etc. So to discover that Ananda Swarupa Atma. Nanu Atmanah Paramananda Rupatvam Anupapannam. What you have concluded that Atma is Paramananda Swarupa Anupapannam, not tenable, not correct. Why? You have got a reason. You have got a reason to give. Tathatve, if that is so, means if Atma is Paramananda Swarupa, if that is the case, Chaitanya Iva, like the Chaitanya which is manifest in all antakarana vrittis, Chaitanya Iva, Tat Swarupa Bhutasya Anandasya Ati. Tat Swarupa Bhutasya means Atmanaha or Chaitanya Swarupa Bhutasya. Both one and the same, because Chaitanya Sakshi is Atma. So Tat Swarupa Bhutasya Anandasya Ati. Of that Ananda, which is the real nature of Atma or which is the real nature of Atma or Chaitanya. Tat Anandasya Ati. Sarvasu Dhivrittishu, in all the Dhivritti antakarana vrittis, Anuvrittihi prasajjeta, Anuvrittihi prapyeta. That means what will be obtained is that Ananda will inhere in and through all the Dhivrittis antakarana vrittis, because Chaitanya in here. Therefore Ananda, which is the nature of Chaitanya, that also should come there. So prasajjeta iti shankate. This is the doubt. Therefore, Skanda 73 is a Purata. This Skanda is a Purata Skanda. So the doubt is holding. Chaitanya Vatsukham Chasya Svabhavasya Chidatmanaha Dhivritti Svanuvarteta Sarvasvapi Chitiryata Asya Chidatmanaha Asya Chidatmanaha Chaitanyavat Sukham Svabhavaha Chaitanyavat Sukham Svabhavaha यथा स्थितिः, यथा स्थितिः and तथा, यथा स्थितिः तथा and again तद सुखम अपि, अपि is there already, तत् सुखम अपि, तथा तत् सुखम, these three words you have to add, तथा तत् सुखम अपि सर्वासु धीवृत्तिषु अनुवर्तेत, सर्वासु धीवृत्तिषु अनुवर्तेत, अस्य आत्मनः चैतन्यवत् सुखम स्वभावः. If it is so that in the case of this Atma, like Chaitanya, just as Chaitanya is Swabhava, the real nature of Atma, so also if it were that Sukham Swabhavaha, Sukham here is Anandam. So Ananda is the Swabhava, the real nature of Atma. Just as Chaitanya, the pure consciousness is the nature of Atma, so also if Ananda is the nature of Atma. In that case, in that case, if that is so, yatha sarhi, sarhi means in that case we can bring there, yatha sthitihi, just as sthiti means just as sthiti means Chaitanya, just as Chaitanya gets manifest in all antakarana vrittis, like that. Yatha sthitihi, just as Chaitanya gets manifest in all antakarana vrittis, tatha in manner, tat sukham, that sukha which is the real nature of Atma, the Chaitanya. Tat sukham api, that sukha sarupa and the sarupa also api sarvasu dhivrittishu anuvarteta. It should inhere or get manifest in all the dhivrittis antakarana vrittis. But do we find so? No. Our experience denies it. It is not so. Therefore it is what is said is Atma is Paraman Vitarupa is wrong. Now this is answer saying that your expectation is wrong. With the help of an illustration, answer comes out. Chidanandayoho Ubhayoho Api Atma Sarupati, even though it is true that both Chidananda, Chaitanya and Ananda is the Sarupa, real nature of Atma, agreed, yet Vrittishu Chitaha eva anuvritti. Vrittishu, in the Vritti, only we find Anuvritti. Anuvritti, the continuance or the conformity of Chaitanya only, means only Chaitanya gets manifest in the all antakarana vrittis. No Ananda. Anandasya anuvrittihi na. Ananda doesn't inhere, Ananda doesn't get manifest in all antakarana vrittis. This is explained with the help of an illustration. Drishtantavastandena pariharati. So that means the Purvapakya is dismissed with the help of a Drishtanta to show that there is no hard and fast rule that Ananda also should get manifest in all the antakarana vrittis. How is it? Maivamuishna prakashatma दीपस्तस्य प्रभागृहे व्याप्नोति नोष्णता तद्वत् स्थितिरेवानुवर्तनम् मा एवं दीपः उष्णप्रकाशात्मा, दीपः उष्णप्रकाशात्मा भवति and तथापि तस्य प्रभा गृहे व्याप्नोति, तस्य प्रभा गृहे व्याप्नोति, उष्णता न व्याप्नोति, तस्य दीपस्य उष्णता न व्याप्नोति, उष्णता न व्याप्नोति, उष्णता न व्याप्नोति, तद्वत् स्थितेः एव अनुवर्तनम्, तद्वत् स्थितेः एव अनुवर्तते। मा एवं, please don't entertain such stuff. What you say is not correct. Why? Deepaha Ushna Prakashat. Listen here is the lamp. What is the nature of the lamp? Lamp means lit lamp where flame is there. Okay. Not lit lamp, there also is but still better have to have a lamp with oil lamp with flame. Here is the lit lamp, Deepaha. What is the nature of that? Ushna Prakashatma. That means it's of the nature, Swarupa of Krishna, heat, hot. That means hot means heat is there, and also what is that? Prakasha means heat and light is the nature of this Deepa, the lamp. Tathapi, even then, Tasya Prabha Grihe Vyapno. This Prabha means Prakasha, the light pervades in the house. Suppose the lamp is kept in the house. So, what you get in nook and corner of the house is the Prabha, means Prakasha, light is given. Whereas Ushnatana, you get the heat of the lamp everywhere, all around. Of course, if you go near etc. and touch, you may get the heat, but not the otherwise. It will not go. Now, can you deny the nature of the lamp as that is Prakashatma, Ushna Prakashatma? So it is of the nature of heat and light. All that you get is everywhere in the room. Immerse up to the neck in the water. So Akbar saw, yes, it is. But he says, what a great thing. He is getting the warmth, he said. So he is not suffering because of cold. Why? Because a distant lamp light was reflected in the lake. He says because of that he gets. How can you contradict this idiot? How come the warmth of that lamp is there with the reflection in the lake, and that also is so far to his nature? Birbal said, one day he didn't report to the court and he was late, and Birbal Akbar had a very urgent work. He sent the soldier, see, where is he? Bring him here, I want him very urgent. Soldier said, Birbal was busy with something. What he was doing was, three bamboos were kept on the top of which a mud pot was kept there, and in the mud pot there was water, rice, and some cereal. And he was sitting down, and he had a big heap of dry leaves. What he was doing? He was burning one dry leaf and throwing like this. Burning another dry leaf and throwing like this. He said, Maharaj wants you. He said, tell Maharaj, my khichdi is not yet ready. Because the home minister is not there in the house. You know who is home minister? My wife is not there in the home. So therefore, if I come just like that, I have to starve because he won't take food in Akbar's dining hall. Because after all, Brahmana, no? So therefore, he won't take. So therefore, I will prepare my khichdi and I will serve this. So the soldier went there and said to the reporter, he is doing like this, and he has told, unless the khichdi is ready, I am not going to come. So Maharaj said, Birbal, what are you doing? Maharaj, I am preparing the khichdi. Preparing the khichdi? Where is the pot? And where is the fire? What an idiot you are. I thought you are such an intelligent person. What idiocy is this? Maharaj, is it idiocy? How is it possible? If that person in that chill water can get the warmth of the distant lamp because of reflection in it, why should not my khichdi be ready because of the burning leaves I throw up? Like that. So light may be pervasive, but not the. This is what it is. So, prakash, so prakashatma. Ushna deepaha, ushna prakashatma. The deepa is of the nature of ushna heat and light, but only light is ordinary and not the heat. So also, though Atma is of the nature of both Chaitanya and Ananda in the Antakarana Vritti, only what is manifesting? The Chaitanya and not the Ananda. Or, of course, in some maybe, that's fine, that will come across afterwards. But doubt was in all the Vrittis, Ananda should get manifested. So that is not possible. So now, still a doubt may be there. Listen, here, that is, in the case of Chidananda, Chaitanya and Ananda, it is one and the same which is Chittarupa and Anusarupa. Means there is Abheda, identity between Chaitanya and Ananda. That means Chaitanya and Ananda cannot be separated. And because Chaitanya and Ananda cannot be separated, where Chaitanya is manifest, there Ananda should necessarily get manifest. So therefore your explanation is not correct. But such a doubt is possible. For that again, the answer is given for Nanu Chidanandayoho Abhede. Because there is Abheda, identity in the sense oneness. They are not two entities, not two things like that. Because they are Chit and Ananda being one and the same thing. Chit Abhivanjaka Dhivruttau Eva. Verily in the Dhivrutti, the Antakarana Vritti, which manifests the Chaitanya, verily in that Ananda Bhivakti Apisya. Ananda also should necessarily get manifest because you can't separate Ananda from the Chaitanya. Iti Ashanka. Such a doubt is there. Because such a rule is not there. Only because it will be clearer and clear as we proceed. Because there is one point is there which has not yet got, is bringing and then thinking. So we do admit that Atma is Chidananda Sarupa and Chit and Ananda are not two different things, one and the same. Chit itself is Ananda, Ananda itself is Chaitanya. No doubt about that. Yet there is no rule that where the Chaitanya is manifest, necessarily Ananda also should get manifest. Such a rule is not there. Tata niyamabhave drishtantam. So identity of these is there. There is no rule that all these aspects should get revealed or manifest in a particular thing. For that illustration is being given. Gandharupa rasa sparsheshvati sattu yatha prithak ekakshenaika evarthaha Grihate me tarastata yatha Gandharupa rasa sparsheshu sattu api yatha Gandharupa rasa sparsheshu sattu api Ekakshena ekaha eva arthaha prithak grihate Ekakshena ekaha eva arthaha grihate Netaraha na itaraha Tatha you do adhyara now Tatha Chitaha eva anuvartanam Adhyara Tatha Chitaha eva anuvartanam Chitra Jivritti Chitaha eva anuvartanam Tatha just Gandharupa rasa sparsheshu sattu atu in a given thing, let us say, given thing like flower. Good flower is a good example for what we have said. A given thing like flower, all these are there. Gandha, fragrance is there. Rupa, form is there. Rasa, taste is there. Sparsha, touch. There is a rose which has got all these, that means qualities. So, all these vishayas are there. Gandha, Rupa, Rasa, Sparsha. These characteristics are there in it. Sattu ati, even though they are. Now look, when you see, let us, what is it? A rose. Do you see or not? Has it got Gandha or not? Rupa, Rasa, yes, set it on your tongue. And Sparsha, yes, that's it. Okay, other things, sound, let us sound also it has got. Okay. Now, are you seeing this or not? Are you smelling it? Are you? No, why not? Look, are they separate? In the rows, are they separate? In one locus, all these are there. I can, I can get the smell, but not you. But you can certainly see the form of it. Is it not? The form is certainly means ekakshena. One sense organ, namely here in your case, the eyes, you can see only one vishaya, that is the. So, you do like that means if you smell it, what will happen? You can get the fragrance with the nose. Can the nose see the form? Not so, like that. That is, though all these are there, ekakshena, by one sense organ, indriyena, by one indriya, the sense organ here, ekaha eva arthaha pruthagrihate. Ekaha eva artha, only one artha means vishaya. In that, one artha, one characteristic is pruthak, distinctly grihate, perceived. Appreciated means perceived. Na itaraha, itaraha arthaha na grihate. By a given sense organ, the other vishayas, like suppose, if you see, you are not able to appreciate or to perceive the smell of the rose, like that. Itaraha arthaha na grihate. In the same manner, itaha eva anuvartanam. Though Atma says like that, though in this flower, that is Gandha, Rupa, Rasa, Sparsha are there, with one sense organ, the Upadhi, the instrument of perception, instrument of cognition. With one instrument, only one aspect can be appreciated, not all. Similarly, that is Dhivrittishu, in general, Sutaha eva anuvartanam. What follows or what manifests is only Chaitanya, only, not Ananda. Ananda too. That is Chit and Ananda. Only Chit gets manifest in the Anta, all Antarkarna space and not the Ananda. Puraka says, sir, your Drishtanta is Vishamaha. Your Drishtanta illustration is not an appropriate illustration. There is a Vaishamya between Drishtanta and Darshanta. Means an object like rose which has got Gandha, that is the smell, form, touch, taste, you cannot equate with Atma. Because in Atma, Chit is Ananda, Ananda is Chit. Whereas, according to him, here, that is Gandha is separate, Rupa is separate, Rasa is separate, and Sparsha is separate. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. If there is a question arises, where are they separate? Where are they separate? Where are they separate? Look, in this road, are they separate? There is one locus. You have to take the rose as one unit. Okay? Rose as one unit. In this one unit of this flower rose, are they separate? They are one. In the sense, come on, can you, that means you take the only, that means the rupa of this, and don't take the gandha, etc. Carry. Must mean, okay? Suppose I give this rose to you. You are taking. At that time, is it possible for you to take only the form and not the rest? No, you can't separate. Therefore, see, what you say is not correct, because you have to answer where that means they are identical and where they are separate. That has to be found. Drishtanta darshantikayōho vaishamyam. Doubt. That means he thinks that there is disparity between the illustration and the illustrated. What is the illustration? A thing which has got gandha, rupa, rasa, illustrated atma, which is and ananda swarup. So this example of such rose, etc., cannot be applied to atma. That is what we have to. Chidananda are abhinna, according to him. Whereas, according to him, in a given vishaya, object, gandha, rasa, sparsha, etc., are bhinna. That is what he says. Now, that is what his contention. Now, he will be asked the question and shown that no, if you say abhinna, where are they abhinna? If you say different bhinna, where are they bhinna? Both apply to Drishtanta and Darshanta. Chidanandau naiva bhinnau gandhadyasu vilakshanaha iti chetadabhedopi sakinyanyatra vavada. Chidanandau bhinnau na eva. Chidanandau bhinnau naiva. Gandhadyasu, gandhadyahatu, gandhadyasu. Vilakshanaha iti chet. Tadabhedaha api. Sakshini va anyatra vada. Sakshini va anyatra vada. If the Pura Pasha says like this. Chidanandau bhinnau na eva. Chit and Ananda, which is the Swarupa of Atma, bhinnau na eva. They are never different from each other. Because they are identical in the sense, Chit is Ananda, Ananda is Chit. They can never be separated from each other. One and the same thing appears. Whereas, in contrast to the two, in contrast to this Darshanta, in Drishtanta, what we had given, like flower, etc. Gandhadyaha, Gandha, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, these things, these characters. Vilakshanaha, they are distinct from other things. They are different from others. Iti case, if you argue, so if the Pura Pasha has to say so, okay. Now please let me know what you are claiming, that Chit and Ananda are non-separable. They are identical. Where are they identical? Do you mean to say that they are identical in the Sakshini? Sakshini means in Chaitanya Sarupa Atma, or Anyatra. Anyatra means Vrittau, Antakarana Vrittau, Dhivrittau. Because your contention is about the non-manifestation of Ananda in the Antakarana Vrittau. You are not contending, that means you also accept now that Atma is of Chaitanya and Ananda Sarupa. And if it is so, he has accepted. Of course, though he is not ready to accept because of this reason, but for the argument's sake, presently he has to say, if your Atma is Chidananda Rupa, Chit and Ananda must be identical, that he accepts. Now, here you are objecting that in the Dhivritti they are not manifest. If that is the case, your identity, the nature of being identical of Chaitanya and Ananda, is it, do we talk of that in the Atma only, or Anyatra elsewhere means in the Antakarana? He has to give answer for both. Both answers equally apply to in the case of Atma and the Drishtanta also. They apply equally apply to Drishtanta. What he has to say? He has to certainly say that they are identical where? In the Atma. Can he say they are identical in Antakarana Vritti? That is what he is objecting. He is saying in Antakarana Vritti, I can only find what? Chaitanya, not the Ananda. And along with the Chaitanya, Ananda has not come, he says. Therefore, he can't say it is there. Therefore, same thing applies to Drishtanta also in this thing. So, Chidanandau Bhinnau na eva bhinna vilakshana gandha bhinna. Vilakshanaha means bhinnaha. Gandhadhyasu vilakshanaha bhinnaha. They are different, distinct from each other. So therefore, now to dispel of this Vaishamya that was thought to be so by the Purapakya, now he says, he is being asked the question now. If that is the case, now let's know. Abhedaha api, identity between Chaitanya and Atma, Ananda the topic. So, in that Rupa Atma, Sakshi Swarupa, Sakshi Atma, or Anyatra means Tadupadhi Bhutasu Vrittisuva, etc. Is it so in the Upadhi, Antakarana Upadhi, Antakarana Vritti is the Upadhi for Atma. In that is, they are identical. So, if either case, the same thing holds good for Drishtanta, the rules, etc. Pratama Pakshe, Drishtanta Darshantika Samyam Aha. That is not listening because Pratama Pakshe, Ditya Pakshe also. Only thing is, in the first line Pratama Pakshe is taken, second line second Pakshe is taken. Then, in the first line of this forthcoming stanza 77, it is pointed out that this identity is in the locus, means in the very thing, that like Atma, etc., which applies to the thing like road or a flower. Also, another thing, vritti is also the same thing in both of the things. In either case, what is said is wrong in the sense it is applicable to Drishtanta also. Ade gandhadayo evam abhinna pushpavartinaha akshabhedena tadbhede vritti bhedatayorbhida ade pushpavartinaha gandhadayaha api evam abhinnaha आदि पुष्पवर्तिनः गन्धादयः अपि एवं अभिन्नाः अक्षभेदेन तद्भेदे एड सति अक्षभेदेन तद्भेदे सति वृत्तिभेदात् तयोः भिदा वृत्तिभेदात् तयोः भिदा Ade. In the first case, what is that case? If you say Chit and Ananda, these are abhinna where? In Atma. Ade. That is the case. That is, Ade is Chidanandayoho Sakshini Bhedabhava Pakshi. The first understand that in the Sakshi, and Ananda are abhinna, are identical. If you say so, the same thing holds good for a flower also. In that case, Pushpavartinaha gandhadayaha api. Gandha adaya, gandha, rupa, rasa, form, etc., or smell, etc., abiding where? In the pushpa, in the flower, in the lotus like flower, pushpa gandhadayapi, evam, in the same manner as Chit and Ananda are identical in Sakshi Atma. Evam means as in the case of Sakshi Atma, Abhinnaha. Abhinnaha means Parasparam Bhedarahitaha. They are identical. This you have to understand in the sense. What it means to say by saying that Gandhas, the fragrance, the form, this touch and the taste are identical or means non-separable. What it means is non-separable means you can't isolate one and take other. You say that pushpa is one unit, flower is one unit. When you carry the flower, you can't take only gandha and not the rest, or form and not the others. You can't say it is one unit wherein all these are there, in one locus all they are there. In that way, they are non-separable. So, you may say, no, we can extract the fragrance, etc. That is not the thing here. That is not the example here. You have to take the comparison with the appreciation. With the eyes, we can see only the form. With the nose, we can only smell the fragrance, like that. Their separation is there. Here, there is no separation. That is what is to be pointed out. Okay. So, Pushpavardinaha evam abhinnaha. Abhinnaha means parasparam bhedarahitaha. Tikakara explains. Itara pariharena ekasya anetum ashakyatvat iti bhavaha. Itara pariharena means avoiding the other, giving up of the other. A given thing you can't bring from the this, in the sense with the flower. You are not going to give up the flower. When you bring the flower, giving up of from gandha, rupa, rasa, sparsha, giving up of one other thing you can't take. Iti bhavaha. Okay. That means if you speak of identity of Chit and Ananda in the Sakshi Atma, same thing that Abheda also applies to flower, wherein in the given locus of flower, all are non-separable. Now if you say, no, what I mean to say, the bhinnatva of gandha, rupa, rasa, sparsha from the standpoint of sense organs. The eyes can only see, nose can only smell, tongue can taste, skin can touch. That way, they are isolated. If that is the case, similarly, here also they are isolated. Ananda and Chaitanya, in the case of Antakarana Vrittis, also they are isolated. But in the locus, non-separate. Akshabhedena. Akshabhedena means Indriya Bhedena. Because of the distinction of the sense organ. Indriya Bhedena. Tadbhede. Tadbhede means Gandhadinam Bhede. Tesham Bhede. Tesham means Gandhadinam Bhede. With the help of the Indriyas, if the difference, that is distinction of Gandha etc. is there, Tadbhede Sati. Tesham Bhede Sati. Vritti Bheda Tayoho Bhida. Vritti Bheda, because of the different types of Antakarana Vritti, Tayoho, Chidanandayoho, Bhida, Bhinnata. Depending on, just as, look here, to see the form you have to make use of eyes only. To smell you have to make use of nose only. Like that, if you want to appreciate Antakarana Vritti, the Chaitanya aspect, all Antakarana Vrittis can do that job. But if we have to appreciate Ananda aspect, only specific Antakarana Vritti alone can do that. For to appreciate the specific guna of the flower, you have to employ the specific sense organ Indriya. So also, to appreciate the specific aspect, the Chit or Ananda aspect, a specific type of Antakarana Vritti is required. Their only difference is in all antakarana vrittis, the Chaitanya aspect is manifest, but Ananda aspect is manifest only in certain type of vrittis, not all. That's why you can't smell with the eyes like that. Vritti bhedat tayoho bhidat. Vritti bhedat, on account of vritti bheda. Vritti bheda is that manifestation of Chidananda. Chit and Ananda is saying because of that. So, the vritti tayoho bheda, that means there is a difference in the manifestation of Chaitanya and Ananda. Understand? Sattvic vritti is there, Ananda is manifest, and Rajasic Tamasic vritti is there, Ananda gets overpowered or gets concealed. Okay? He is pointing out that in the waking state or active state of Sukha, what is required is Sattvic vritti. But actually, Ananda is manifest in Kriya Moda, Pramoda vritti, but he is not going into that account now, Kriya Moda, Pramoda. It's just distinction in terms of Sattvic vritti and other than Sattvic vritti. If Sattvic vritti is there, Ananda is manifest. If it is not there, Rajasic and Tamasic vritti is there, it gets confused, it is not there. That doesn't mean Ananda, Atma is not Ananda.
स्वस्तिक